Sophie and Rob. Okay, so Sophie is from the UK, she's bi, and Rob is from LA. They're both mixed race, and that's something that they thought they had in common. And actually, Sophie's coming out as bi happened on the show, and it was quite a big central theme in that season. She was really stressed about coming out to her mom or anyone. She'd never done it before. Her mom accepted it, no problem. But with Rob, it really gave him pause. You know, he really was taken aback by it. He wasn't expecting it. And he took a minute. And even that even surprised me because most hetero men, the trope at least, is that, this is something that they want to see or experience in a relationship. And I do worry that being married to a man for the rest of her life, is that going to be enough for her? You know, because even though she said that if she ever needs to scratch that itch, she'll come to him and they'll try and work something out. I don't see that happening, especially given how shaky they always are. Their relationship is always very unstable. And I don't know, she's very flighty. She'll just up and leave for weeks at a time. Not the best foundation for a relationship. I personally don't think they're right for each other. Okay, I love them both, but I don't think they're quite right for each other. I think there's a bit of trauma bonding happening there. Both being mixed race and feeling like outsiders growing up. I mean, if you watch the season, you listen to their stories. They both have abandonment issues, especially on Sophie's part, around her dad leaving her as a kid. So I think there is a bit of that latching on going on. And then we have the complex, okay? The elephant in the room. Has Sophie bleached her skin? Now, again, this is not to shame her, this is just to draw attention to some of the insecurities that women face, and men as well, but more commonly women, in maintaining a certain beauty standard when they are a person of color. So, when you look at her earlier pictures, you can see clearly that she's mixed race, she's got the curly hair, but her skin tone, her complexion is mixed race, tanned, significantly darker. But when you have her talking about her experience in Spain, which as a person of color, I know is a no go. I'm not interested in going there at all. And obviously, having a white mother and no black influences around her in Spain, it's very easy to see the extent that she went to fit in. Because when you look at her pictures now, she's clearly considerably lighter. And I mean, this is literally skin bleaching. This is what it looks like. Okay, you've got before and after pictures of someone, and you can't quite put your finger on how they got lighter. It's skin bleaching. So it is a very real issue, and it doesn't just affect people in Africa and in Asia. It happens in America, it happens in the UK, it happens everywhere. So that's just something to be aware of. Last time I checked, they were still together, but I do think they're too toxic together. I think they need to move on. They hadn't even been intimate for months, absolute months, nearly a year, at the last tell-all. So on the one hand, I'd like to see them work it out just because they're good people, but on the other hand, they're not right for each other. Rob did do a lot of shady things. He did engage in, cyber corn and, some dodgy text messages to other females. But, Sophie forgave him. Why did she forgive him? There must be something there that they want to work out. But then at the same time, all she did was bring that up again and again and never let it go. She never moved on from it. So is it fair for them to be together while she's holding this over him, knowing that he can never erase the past? And he's staying probably because he feels guilty and bad and he feels like on some level he deserves it. At which point do you draw the line and say, look, we need a clean, healthy break? Like and follow for more.